Okay, so I didn't realize that when my alarm went off to feed my child his lunch, that it stopped the video. So I already did all of this, but now I get to do it again. So I've already written stuff on here, but that's okay. Just, if you need to pause, go ahead. We're going to be talking about the breakaway. My last video had that it was literary, and I thought it was maybe running away, but we'll see what happens here. All right, as far as Justin knew, there was only one way out of his neighborhood: basketball. So he ran with the ball like the hounds were chasing him. He could drop any of the older guys at the court in a blaze of crossovers, fadeaways, and finger rolls. And the younger guys didn't stand a chance. Justin saw his way out, and he ran for it. But the world has a funny way of changing right when you think you've got things figured out, and that's just what happened to Justin. So we have a little bit of foreshadowing there. We know something's going to happen that he didn't plan. But as far as a hashtag, I just put BB for basketball. Okay? One day, when Justin was shooting around at the local court, some guys from another block ran up and asked to play. The big one in the middle said that he had heard that Justin was the best and he wanted to see if this was true. Justin said, "Nah, man, I'm just shooting around with my cousin. I ain't trying to get sweaty right now." But the big guy was insistent, and Justin's cousin was bugging. "Come on, Justin, drop this guy." So Justin figured that he'd just do what everyone wanted and play. All right, so I had hashtag challenge accepted on that one. Justin was running all over the big guy, making his shots while he did it. But just as the outcome of the game seemed certain, the big guy shoved Justin as he went for a layup. Justin went flying in just such a way that he managed to tear up his right knee. Doctor said Justin might never play again, and if he did play, he wouldn't play the same. Justin was devastated. So he got hurt. The first 6 weeks, Justin just laid in bed with his leg in a long cast, feeling like a broomstick. He watched 3 reruns of The Simpsons every day and ate potato chips until the bag was empty, and then he'd dig the salt and grease out of the corner with his index finger. Justin blew up like a balloon as he watched his once bright future fade away. Right when he reached the bottom of the pit of despair, Justin's sister Kiki came home from the university. All right, so he feels sorry for himself here, and this kind of, we can relate to eating the potato chips maybe until the bag's empty. All right. She came in the house like a whirl of sunshine, bringing exciting tales of a faraway land called college. Justin was amazed and intrigued by the dorm dramas and campus craziness that Kiki told, but he could hardly believe any of it. It was as if he were telling him about some fantasy land high above the clouds. Justin gazed off dreamily as she spoke. And that's just talking about college, hashtag college. Justin... make sure. Okay. Justin, she interrupted his daydream. "Let me see your progress report." Justin was ashamed. His grades had really slumped since his injury. "Oh, no, this won't do, Jay," she said. "We're going to have to get these up." Well, Justin was a pretty stubborn guy, but his older sister had a way of getting him to do things nobody else could. So while she was home on break, they studied together, they talked, they worked, and Justin felt better than he ever had before. So we talked about his grades. After spending those weeks with his sister, Justin realized that he didn't want to feel bad for himself anymore, and he didn't want to quit. Basketball used to be his thing, and he was good at it. But now there was only school, so he had to get good at that. Justin passed through all his classes like a half-court trap. By the time he got to senior year in high school, his GPA was hovering in the slam dunk position. The last thing Justin had to do to get into college was his choice was score well on the ACT. Well, wouldn't you know it? Using the study skills Justin had acquired from his sister, Justin scored a 24 on the ACT. That's not the highest score a person could get, but it was high enough for Justin. Now he had his academic game together. So I hashtagged ACT, and it's similar to what we do as far as STAR, but it has all the subjects in it. So it's like you'll take the STAR all the way through high school, and then you'll still have to take like an ACT or SAT to get into college. So it's basically to get into college. All right. Though the recruiters never came to Justin's door, every university that he applied to accepted him. And when the fall came, Justin had his choice in colleges. Though he'd miss his family, Justin decided to enroll in the sunniest university in Hawaii, and nobody could say that Justin made a bad choice. Hashtag Hawaii. All right, so we're going to go back over here. to this worksheet. We would normally do a CSPS, but we're going to be doing all of that in here. So we're doing a little more in-depth of the CSPS. So right now, I had already, like I said, I had the video rolling and I didn't know that it wasn't rolling. So I had already crossed out inform on the author's purpose because it wasn't, it was realistic fiction, maybe, but it wasn't informational. It didn't tell us about dates and times and that kind of thing. So you have to decide whether it entertained you or if it persuaded you, okay? And then the genre, we had already decided it was literary or fiction, okay? And then the subgenre, I kind of gave you a hint on that just a minute ago. If you need to rewind, then do that. The narrator's point of view, is it first? Is it I, me, my? Is it second person, third person limited, or third person omniscient? Okay, so let's go over third person is like somebody else is telling the story, and the limited would be that they wouldn't be able to see like thoughts and feelings. Omniscient would be they can see everything. So at least figure out if it's first, I, me, my, second, or third, okay? All right, so you got that one to do. Then summarize the text. Now, this is 5 key events from the beginning, the middle, and the end. So we're going to go back over here. We're going to count how many paragraphs we had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So for we're going to go ahead and do, we'll do 3 for the first part for your beginning. I'm going to do that. 2 for the middle. And then 3 for the end. So pick out, like 2 events from here, 2 events from here, and maybe 1 from the end, or however you want to do it. But those should be your sections, okay? That way you've got your beginning, your middle, and your end. So make sure that you do 5. I'll do 1 with you just so you can see what to do. We'll pick something from the beginning. Justin was good at basketball. Okay. Okay, so that gives you an idea of what to do. Now, another key event, maybe from the beginning, something from the middle, and maybe from the end, okay? So that's your summary. That's kind of like everything in there. Now your exposition, that's going to be your beginning. Remember on your CSPS chart, this was going to be your characters and your setting. So, and they got B for your conflict. That's also your problem. Okay. So you're going to put your characters. You've got 2 main characters in it. And then you have, oh, it doesn't have characters. I'm sorry. So it's just the setting. So where and when does the story take place? So it takes place in 2 different areas. So you can number it. First, it takes place somewhere, and then it takes place somewhere else. Okay? What is the conflict, or what is the problem? What happened, what happened that is a problem? Rising action. So this was going to be events that happened before the climax. So again, you can look at where did you put your green, or I put my green lines. Where did you break up your text? You need 3 things that happen here. Okay? 3 things that happen in the beginning. Your climax is the turning point. Okay? That's when the most important thing happens in the story. So, think about that. There's something that happened that caused the problem, but then there's something that happened that changed the way he sees things. Falling action, that's going to be in your very end. That's going to be in this section. And then your resolution would be like your very last paragraph. Very last paragraph would be your resolution. Okay? And that takes care of ELA for week 5.